The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2022. We're continuing day 2 coverage of week 3 here for pools. We got a great one for you here coming up. We got gamerX459 going up against Kariohki. I am Forky. I'm going to be joined alongside I Like Being Smart, aka Nicole. Nicole, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I had a great afternoon nap, got up just in time for the previous match, and now I'm ready to commentate some fantastic gameplay between these two players.
I couldn't agree more. Both of these players, unfortunate 0-2 starts in their pool, looking to bounce back here and get their first win on the board. So it's going to be a great match, I think. Before we get into the details of it, if you are unfamiliar with the game, we have a short little video presented by Cards of the Heart to let you know a little bit of the intricacies of it.
Tetris Attack is a match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in August 1996 for North America and November 1996 for Europe. It was also broadcast on the Japanese Teleview service from November 1996 until the service was discontinued in June 2000. As a match 3 puzzle game, if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you'll need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also send garbage to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can quickly add up if stacked correctly. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear and then have the panels directly above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will also make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you'll have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponents that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. That said, due to the way this game handles combo garbage as well as the overall speed of these opponents, you will almost exclusively see our players make them run out of time through timely garbage attacks. Easy mode has 10 stages, normal mode has 11 stages, and hard and V-hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players.
Alright, we are in deep to our tournament right now. Plenty of matches that have been played as we are to week 3, over halfway through this stage of the tournament. And so far, everything we've been seeing has been this current format, which has been our 1-player versus mode. We've had all of our players divided into 4 round-robin groups, which was 20 players total, so 5 people in each of those pools. And each one of the matches have been best of 5 or first to 3 race wins. For our pool stage, each player has had the option to select between all 4 of the difficulties that are present. So at the beginning of each match, both players will agree to which one of those 4 that they want to start on. And then the loser of that first game will counterpick any of the difficulties that have not been played yet, and that will continue and continue until a winner's been determined. If it happens to get to Game 5, the loser of Game 4 will get to pick that very last difficulty, which can be any of the 4 that have been played. Each player has been scheduled to play each person in their pool at least one time. We have 5 players in each pool, so each player has had a bye, which we've seen quite a few players already have, and some have not hit their bye yet, and we will be seeing buys all the way throughout week 5 here. And then at the end of group stage, the top 2 players will advance onto that final bracket, which will be a top 8 double elimination format, where the third through fifth finishers of each group can opt into a redemption bracket, which will be single elimination later on. We also have a prize pool for this tournament, which is crowdfunded. You can donate Twitch bits, Twitch subscriptions, donate directly with the link at the bottom there. You can also type in !pool to get that money in. You can see a little bit of the divisions there. In the middle, first place taking home 40%, and everyone who does finish in top 8 is going to be taking home at least a little bit of those winnings. The redemption bracket winner also getting 3%, and then we're going to be giving off a random 2% to a player who did not fit into any of those criteria above. So if you want to support the tournament, we gladly will accept anything there. Just you guys being here watching the match 2 is more than enough. We're always happy to have everybody here. But yeah, enough of the pre-talk to this. Let's get right into it. I mean, pool 3, very interesting. We still have 3 people undefeated in this pool, and after this match that will still be the case, though we will be seeing some of those undefeateds clash later on today. But for now, we have Gamer versus Kariohki. Nicole, I'm sure you know a little bit about both of these players. What can you tell us about what's been going on with them?
Yeah, so both these players are. This group is terrifying. As I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh man, that's their competition. I do not blame them so far for not having taken a win. But Carrie, I've been playing with forever, it seems like, and she's definitely gotten better over the time. Finally got a chance to really kind of show up in the PPL tournament for 2021. Taking a game off of me when I ended up winning that. And Gamer's been really impressive. Has consistency issues, as a lot of our lower seeds do, but he has shown flashes of brilliance and can really show up. So do not underestimate him either. I would probably say this is going to go to Gamer, but I don't really know. I think Carrie might be able to get a game off of him, but I'm not super confident in that statement. But I do have faith in Carrie's growing abilities over time. So
yeah, the leaderboard times are a little bit different, I would say. Like, Gamer has a pretty big edge on V-Hard and only a couple minutes as you're going down for the other ones. A good thing to note here, I'm not sure if she got it earlier, but Kari submitted a normal PB earlier on speedrun.com today, which was over a minute. So Kari has been playing a little bit recently, and that could be some good news for her to possibly take a match off Gamer. Gamer, he's just got to stay level-headed because he's had some frustrating games here. He played Cards and Lunar, who have been 2 really hot players so far in this tournament, and he managed to take both of them to Game 4 both tournaments, with a little bit of unluckiness here and there, and I think it maybe got to him at the end. He's got a very favorable matchup, like you said, Nicole, here. He's just got to stay level-headed, and I think he's got a pretty good shot here. I think Kari definitely has the potential to get it. If I had to put a score line on this match, I think Gamer probably takes it 3-0, though.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I think that's it for the preview of this match. I got nothing else to say here. I know you like to say this, Nicole, so how about you?
Yes,
how about you transition us over to the race?
I tried to steal it from Cards before, and I don't think you got my drift, but that's quite all right. All right. So we've got number 14, gamerX459. We've got number 19 seed, Kariohki. Both of them looking for their first win in the Tetris Attack Tournament 2022 starting right now.
Perfect. I mean, I
Let's
couldn't
not
do
get
it
old.
better than you, so it would be a
Doesn't get old.
disservice to everyone in chat if I did the intro. Alrighty, here we see we got both players just about ready to go here. We're gonna have Gamer on our left side and Kari on our right. We are starting on V hard.
V hard. That's really interesting to me because I would just think that you'd want to start like on something more comfortable. But all right, swag, man. Let's start on RNG Central. Why not?
All right, I have let the racers know we are ready to go here. And just in a few minutes, we will see this. I mean, I like this pick from both of them agreeing here at the beginning. V-Hard's like such a wild one to start off with. Maybe, I don't know, maybe might not be the best pick for Gamer in a sense that if he does get some really bad RNG and takes a loss here early, it could be really bad for his mental. But I mean, if he plays good on the opposite side of things, maybe he could just have a really good showing here and bounce back. And he's still not eliminated from top 8 contention either. Like, he could have some crazy 3-way ties. In most cases, 2 losses is going to eliminate you from top 8. But you can have 3 people tie a 2-2 in your pool, and you could get a chance to still get that spot. So that's what Gamer's hoping for here. He's got to win this match in his next one, though.
Yeah, and it's yeah, but VR can be tilting as a category because it's like you think you've done it and you haven't, and then you think you've done it and you haven't, and then all of a sudden 10 stages later you're in cave and it's like, oh no, dude. Like, I felt like that's how my V-Hard went against Foxy yesterday. It just, like, every stage was just like, are you kidding me? But for me, that was the one that brought it to 3-0. You know, it's a little different when you try to do it to get to, 1-0 to start. But these guys are starting now, and let's see what they've come up here.
We got a strong start, from Gamer there at the beginning.
Yeah.
15
yeah, and I think,
seconds.
I think Carrie dropped her chain at some point. It's got to kind of catch up here a little bit, but no, very strong start for Gamer. Bunch of combos I saw in there. X6, right where you want to drop it. So
Lakitu always like known for being one of the biggest trolls on V-Hard too. So you really got to get that send or get lucky. But Kari does clean it up quite nicely here with the 38.
Oh, nice cheese drop. You can get that on Bumpty sometimes. Bumpty is very like inconsistent for me. Bumpty is like one of those 15-second stages or just like 30-second randomly. There seems to be no pattern for me that I've noticed. So, nicely done. Oh, Kari's
to keep up that success too. Yeah, Kari, that was a little bit scary being topped off there for a second. Look at Gamer, he's already popping off in the webcam right now. 12 seconds. I mean, rightfully so. Getting a 12-second Poochie kill you don't see too often, and he's starting off on a really, really good foot right now. Everything's sub 20 so far.
Yeah, and despite what you see from the better seeds, as I say, someone who's not always a top seed, like sub 20 in V-Hard, good times will always be good times. Even if you think it's not a good time, it is a good time. So, all but an unfortunate clear there by Wiggler. Was going to be a little short anyway on that, so Gamer needed to send a little bit more.
Yeah, 20-second times will always do you really good. I'm sure someone will correct me in chat, but I think if you average 20 seconds throughout the entire run, that may be close to, if not a sub 8 time still. So if you're hitting that milestone all the time, you know something's going well for you.
Yeah. Right. I think that's one of the things I try to tell, and because we've had a lot of newer players in this tournament, that to at least to us in the scene, something I try to tell them is look, man, if you just constantly compare yourselves to the Yoshis and the Cards and the FFRs of the world, you're just going to get very easily discouraged. Like, you need to, with the lower seeds, you got to stay in your lane a little bit and focus on, even if I didn't win the race, like, what am I doing to still be good? And honestly, I think Carrie's one of those people who is really good at that. Like, she does well. Oh! Nice conch there from... I don't know if that counts as a conch. Oh, dear, conch. Does that count as a conch?
I don't know the exact criteria. It would have eventually led to one, but he did have that horizontal at the bottom. We're going to need our conch judges to review that later on.
But as far as I know, though, the Wiggler conch bounty is still a thing, correct?
It is, yes. We saw, if you guys have been watching live, we saw a player go for that last race, actually, who almost got it, but still did not. So, yeah, conch is set a bounty. If you guys aren't familiar with the conch kill, it's basically sending enough garbage to your opponent to where they have no more moves and they just die there. So that's happened on every stage, including this in the last tournament, except for Wiggler on stage 4. So... Conch set a $25 bounty, I believe it is on it.
It's $25, contrary to popular belief, not $5,000. Hey, man.
Speaking of which, he's in the chat right now. Shout outs to everyone who is in there. Tay-Man trying to claim it. And shout outs to FFR who did say 20 seconds every stage gets you a 747 RTA. So that's pretty dang good if you get the 20-second average.
Yeah. Yes, and even but Kari's hanging in there. Only, stage behind is not too bad with how she's been kind of struggling with her chains a little bit here early, which makes sense if you start on B hard. Honestly, I think that's why I prefer starting, on the lower difficulties to get a little warmed up. But good 6 chain there for Kari, just not enough combos to get it. Oh man. That was really close to some spicy second tier there for Gamer.
Gamer playing pretty good overall too. Yeah. He started fantastic and then kind of cooled off there a little bit. But if he gets a pretty good kill on Raphael here, he's looking to go sub 6 into the cave, which is something you really, really like in a race format, because sub 6 into the cave gives you a pretty good chance at hitting a sub 9 milestone. And Gamer having a PB of exactly 8 minutes, I believe, he is very capable of hitting that time.
$23 for Gamer, minute 4 for Carrie on Blarg. I always forget these characters' names and then come up with lots of fun alternate names for them. So we'll see if that happens at some point during the stream. But I'll go Blarg. I'll go Flame Guy. I'll go TA. It's just whoever comes to my head.
I need to see their pictures at the time of, or else I might have that problem too. If I'm thinking a few stages ahead, I'll be like, instead of saying their name, I'll be like, yeah, the stage 11 opponent. That's a tough one.
Oh, nice follow up there for Carrie. Just a little too slow for Mr. Fish there.
Fortunately, she will get that follow-up very quick afterward, and Gamer pretty much matching that exact same time right now. But fortunately for him, he is up 2 stages.
What were you looking for on that second tier there, Hookbill? There wasn't anything there, bro. I don't know why you were chilling there, but all right, we take those.
The CPUs like to have a mind of their own sometimes, and it just baffles you when you're looking. You're like, all right, you could have done this, which was one swap away, but instead you're just going to go somewhere completely unrelated, and it's not going to bail you out. So, yeah. Guess that'll happen. We got a tall left pillar here on Gamer's side. Those greens are a little bit scary.
Cheese kill?
How good's this fall? Oh my god, that is really unfortunate with that chain falling into place.
I think he was more trying to do like a combo spam kind of thing. I didn't really see it build up any chain there.
What is this going on from Piranha? Oh my god, it was a chain. The chain continued to fall after the garbage. He managed to fit a 6 combo in there too and do a whole separate chain afterwards. So Piranha, I am the second tier chain as well with the second tier clear. Piranha kind of popping off on Gamer. Gamer hopefully can stay level-headed here. He's got a really big lead, and he needs to keep that mental up for the following stages because Kamek and Bowser could just get all that worse.
Yeah. Kamek is no fun. Bowser's no fun. Cave is just in general no fun, especially on V-Hard, so you think you have a good run going, and then Cave happens, and it's like, alright. Alright, Cave, you've done it again.
He's a good amount of lines short right now, too, but he's got this chain coming. Oh, my, two lag chains back-to-back here. Okay, he did end up sending enough now. The question is, how long is it going to take Piranha to die here?
What?
Oh no, I'm afraid for these blues and purples, actually.
Oh, no!
If Kari can get this kill, she is right back in the race. Did she send
but
it
she's...
Oh no, Hookbill doing a bunch of clears. This is going to be a huge down stack. Oh, but a sick 9 combo on Kari's side.
Okay, and a minute 53 there for Gamer, finally cleaning up that Piranha. Minute 15 Hookbill, my goodness. And that was definitely Carrie's chance to try to catch up, but she was just not quite... I could see she was... The idea of what she was trying to do, she just didn't quite have the speed to get there. And sometimes that's frustrating if you can't meet your own speed, requirements in your head, But Kari's pretty chill. She, joins us for these tournaments and has a good time, and so... I'm not super worried about, she's just playing her best, so. What is this chaining from Kamek? What was that, like, mid-air Oh, wow.
And getting the clear at the end there, too. I think this is scary. I think the reds are going to fall in place and chain at the bottom here, though. Yeah, there they go. Second tier available for Kamek, too, and what do you know? Goes right up for it. Gets 2 clears to clear everything. Oh, no. This is a scary spot for Gamer. If Kari can somehow find this garbage in here quick enough, she could be in a good spot because I think Gamer might be a little short once again. Oh, my. Kame actually raised the stack, too. There's the kill from Kari's side. Okay. But maybe a kill coming in from Gamer here, too. Yeah, not enough time to down stack.
Man. What seemed like not so close of a race kind of became closer than I was expecting there because Cave just did Cave things and... Wow.
Yeah, classic Cave. Gamer just needs, if I were him, just get a big chain here. Just make sure you have enough sent. Don't even give Bowser the opportunity to clear out quick combos that you send to him. Just make sure he's topped out, sacrifice that little bit of clear time, and get the kill. Because right now, look, Bowser's going to clear out everything that Gamer has already sent.
Carrie got... Oh, no!
That was so close on her end. All right, we got to pay attention to this because Kamek will also be topped off here. But are any chains going to fall into place? No, they will not. So we're going to have a Bowser showdown here, assuming he doesn't die at the very top here. But here comes some clears, and some chains are certainly going to come into play right now, too. And he's probably going to do a little bit of down stacking. Can Gamer... Oh, he's not topped off because Gamer now doing this big chain. This is scary, though, because Bowser is going to do a lot of chaining here. Buy himself some time.
Okay, let's...
This is the opportunity. Can he get the kill? The yellows. Oh, the shake time just enough. Here comes the chain. Oh, no. Oh, no. Kari, she has an opportunity.
She can do it. She can do it.
Oh my, the clear is coming more and more again right now. Bowser doing more chains. Kari's just she's got to raise her stack and try to find a little bit more garbage. All the chain coming on Bowser's side once again. Maybe second tier. Is he going to go up there? He does. He's a cheater.
Stop. Okay.
My Gamer gets the kill.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Okay. When your
what a
cave is
race.
longer than your first 8 stages, but you get the win anyway. It just God. Okay, so this is where you just take a deep breath and go, okay, that cave was absolutely awful, right? Oh no, and Carrie ends up losing. Oh, was trying to get those combos and chains, but just lost track of where the garbage was. Oh, and that's unfortunate there at the end. But yeah, this is where you just go, okay, that cave was awful, but we've just got to move on. Like, it's only getting easier. You got V hard out of the way. It's only getting easier from here, you know? So.
Kari
And I
actually
don't know.
very close to her PB there, too. She has a 13:01.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but this is what I was kind of worried from. Even though Gamer took this race, that cave went very horrendous for him. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping he can keep a level head, because even getting a win there, shouts to Kari for getting that frame perfect swap, by the way. But despite getting a win here, it might be a little bit rough for Gamer to rebound here. He's got to keep a level head, and that's 2 deaths now for Kari. Very unfortunate there on Bowser.
Yeah, she had the purples and just got a little ahead of herself to try to swap them. Sometimes that happens. You think you know where you're going and your hands go, and then you don't go. So it happens to the best of us.
All right, they say third try's the charm here.
Third time's the charm. So
She had some very nice combos to begin there at the top, too. If she actually sent a little bit more and quicker there, we could have seen like a 12-second Bowser choose.
yeah, but that's the observation game, and that's one of the, in my opinion at least, one of the last things that come as you kind of grow as a player in these types of games, like the awareness of the board, of the other board. You know, there's a lot you need to.
Because it's a big gameplay element in Pokemon Puzzle League. It's definitely getting bigger here too, and I find it so much harder to do in this game just because the engine is a little bit more strict, and it's just harder. Like, you're trying to get your chains and combos as quick as you can in the first place, whereas like in Nestard Run, for example, on Pokemon Puzzle League, you're doing these big chains, so I think you just have more time to kind of glance back and forth.
Yeah. And especially, too, I think with Tetris Attack, like, once the lag factor kicks in, it's a lot harder because then your timing of what you're expecting is just a little, at least for me, is like a little bit off. So then I'm trying to look, but then, like, I'm not going as fast as I think I should be going, and then that kind of distracts you from what you're trying to do. So
this guy set up the chain. If you guys are familiar with the PvP scene, that's called a Shogun tactic, where you're analyzing what's falling above the garbage into place. And Bowser actually managed to do that, to get the reds there at the bottom. Not a nice guy.
When did her fave get so good, man? Come on. Yeah. I mean, Gamer may have won the race, but the winner was definitely V-Hard Cave in this race. Gamer technically won, but I think Cave won, players 0. And Carrie there with an official time of 16:23.
We will get those on shortly. We didn't have audio for Gamer last run, so I'm just going to make sure we have that up and running for this one. Okay, I don't know what that was. We'll wait for him to boot back up his game right now. I know you couldn't hear that, Nicole, but it just sounded like I don't even know how to describe it. Just
yeah, I'm not quite sure either.
One low tone noise there for a second. Meanwhile, while we're waiting, let us get those times in, though. So yeah, we are going to hard mode next, by the way. So what do you think about this counter pick from Kari here?
Now, as a fan of strategy, but also as a fan of abandoning said pregame strategy in the middle of the match, I I think it's fine. I think because you're at least still going kind of on the same level, similar speeds, just a little bit more, you know, pink hard, gentle hard, whatever you want to call it. I think this is a fine pick. You're kind of staying in that V hard kind of speed, just making things a little bit easier for yourself. If you're struggling, especially with 2 deaths, there's no need to kind of jerk yourself around to try to get used to different speeds. So I think this is a good pick.
I do agree with that in that sense. And I mean, she was keeping up to actually making a comeback there at the end, as we had both players on Bowser for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Right before Kari took 2 unfortunate deaths. But yeah, I think Hard's a good pick here. She has shown that she's capable of making these big chains at the beginning and able to top off the opponent. And there's still going to be just enough variance to maybe challenge Gamer here. And I don't think their PBs are too far apart on this one. We have a comment called Major Damage by Gamer in the Racer. I'm not sure what's going on. Uh-oh. We might have to do some troubleshooting here. So you know what? While we're figuring that out, I will send us on a quick intermission, and we will try to get this back to you guys as soon as we can. So be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that delay. I think we should be good now. Sometimes we have some technical issues that drag on a little bit too long. But yeah, we had some issues. Hopefully are solved now. We do not have audio and gamers in, which no big deal. We're just going to be listening to Kari's audio for the rest of the match.
In the race room, I said we're getting back into it. Kari said good because I'm tired of the menu music. Yeah, I mean, as somebody who runs Wario's Woods and has to listen to the same music for 45 straight minutes, I get it.
I had the AFK music in my ear that whole time too. I need to like shift that in the future to where I don't hear it on my end. Because it's good, but then if you're troubleshooting for 20 minutes, I'm sure you guys can attest on stream, it can get a little repetitive. But yeah, we have hard mode up next. I will, since I didn't give it to him, we're going to give Gamer his first star too. Okay.
Yeah, we are working with a little bit of a different OBS setup system this tournament. So I know my first match, I was freaking out trying to figure out how to get it to work too. So we're all getting used to it. But we
should be good to go now. We got Gamer learning how to do his chains in the tutorial, so he's relearning how to play the game, and then he should be good to go.
Yeah.
Apologies, but hey, it's not a puzzle speedrun tournament if we don't have some kind of major hiccup happen one time. Heck, it's not an online event if there's not at least one major hiccup sometime.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But I can confirm both racers are ready to up in the race channel, so we're going to be seeing this action very soon. The long-awaited moment has come. Looks like Kari is going to be about 2 seconds ahead. Alrighty, so we got hard mode. Very similar to V-Hard. We're going to have the same amount of rounds. The opponents are a little bit slower, and the caves, I'd say, a lot less brutal. Even though the cave itself does have its trolly moments here and there.
Yeah, that is the one good thing about hard mode is... And it's funny, before I started actually getting decent at easy mode, hard mode used to be my favorite. Which is slowly not so much anymore. But what I do love about hard mode is that it feels very satisfying to execute well on hard mode. And I don't know what it is versus like the other modes, but there's just something about getting a good kill on hard mode that just feels really good to me. Like, because you're not, like, it's not super trolly or fast like V-hard. Like, the gameplay isn't nearly as slow as easy or normal. It's like comfortable speed gameplay with just satisfying kills. Just the combination of it just feels so good. Just like that 16 on Carrie's side. Mm-hmm. She did a good job of... And I noticed she's been struggling a little bit with her chains, but when she has been on her chain game with the combos, it has been working. So it's like we say a lot, it's just the consistency of these lower seeds that kind of makes the difference.
Yeah, I feel like to the casual eye, you probably can't catch the differences too much of the modes. But I think the reason why we like including them in the tournaments and people do runs consistently of them, they're almost all completely different. Like, they have some similar strats, but especially going from game to game, people just love doing the different difficulties because it could range from just sending a really big chain to sending a combo barrage as quick as you can, or doing a hybrid of both and trying to drop it on the most opportune time on your opponent.
Yeah, it's... And you're still kind of going for, you know, like you said, similar strategies, but it's just a lot of it, at least to me, feels like it's a speed thing, adjustment more or less between the modes, so... Nice job from Carrie there. And we talk a lot about this too, where if you feel like you can't weave as many combos in, it's just safer to go for the bigger chains. If you don't, just use the bigger chains because you know you're going to send the garbage. And then if it gets cleared, okay, the game gets a little laggy, like what are you going to do kind of thing. But, you know, I think it's just safer from a racing perspective to just send the bigger chains, know you're going to be a little bit higher instead of a little bit short. Because when you end up short, that's where the problems start happening. So, 36 there from Gamer on Frog. So, what's the frog's name even? I don't even know.
I think Frog, it's literally just Froggy, yeah. Classic simple name there. And Kari been keeping up good pace in this match right now too. Like, she hasn't fallen a full stage behind right now, and she's got a good pace going into Blarg right now too. As Gamer's struggling a little bit to top off.
These are good hard paces so far. You know, again, may I emphasize while I have the microphone and have you captive. Do not let Cards and Yoshi and all them think that your runs are bad. If you think your run is good, your run is good. If you are playing to your standards, you are playing to your standards, all right? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Really well put there, definitely. Everyone has their own standards, and, you know, anytime that you said if it's an improvement and you feel like you've been playing better, certainly, you should be proud of it. Kari was trying to catch up a little bit here, though. Got a whole bunch of combo garbage sent on Blarg's side. He's going to clear off this bottom one, and, ooh, just that little bit at the top's going to clean this up. But it looks like Gamer might get a kill here. A clear coming in. Not enough time to get the green down, though.
Yeah, that down stack could have been real scary there, as Gamer's keeping this one stage lead.
Oh, Gamer, not quite spamming start there for a second, too. He was kind of waiting on the screen there. Maybe thought he hit it, but wasn't paying too much attention. It's not going to waste too much time for him, but you do see that every once in a while. Sometimes menu movement can waste you a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that lose me races before, but it should be fine in this spot.
Hey, at least it's that and not starting on the wrong difficulty or something at the beginning. Because
Yeah.
that's really a killer. Because sometimes you don't even notice it until you beat the first stage too, and you're like, wait a second, my background's not purple or it's not red.
Dude, I've had race nights where I've gone the entire race not knowing I was on the wrong difficulty until I get to the end, and then I was like, wait, there's supposed to be one more stage here? Oh, well then.
We've definitely had a tournament race too in the past.
Ooh!
By the way, nice 11-second kill by Gamer. 2 tall pillars left and right. He sent that garbage quick, and you love to see it kill that quick. But yeah, what I was saying was, I think either the 2016 or 2018 tournament, we definitely had a whole match that went unnoticed by even the players and commentators until like the very end, and we're like, wait a second, this isn't the right difficulty. And so we had to redo that entire set. I have to like try to go back and find that one.
I don't remember that. Okay. Let's see how this follow-up is. My Gamer here. Carrie's struggling on Raven here, but looks like...
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Piranha just did like the most bonehead thing I've ever seen in my life.
I was looking at Carrie straight and didn't see it,
He
but
had,
I
he
will...
had to clear and got greedy to set up a 5 combo, which ruined the clear in the first place. And then he tried to adjust and do a different vertical clear that got broken up. And he just got left with nothing and ended up dying. It was just so beautiful to watch.
Nice.
Let's see if Kari can have some luck going in here on Cave, though. She's going to be starting Hook Bill. Unfortunately, she cooled off the last couple stages, but she's got a chance. Gamer definitely playing very clean here at the end of Caves.
No, that down stack from Kamek just unfortunately going right into that clear there. But okay. Well, look, 30-second stages feel gross, but when you just got done with like 10 gazillion 1-minute cave stages, it just feels better. But we're going to Bowser. This is pretty solid pace for Gamer here. Possible sub 9 on hard mode, which is certainly nothing to shake your head at, so...
Yeah, definitely.
A good setup for this chain so far. Just spam a couple of combos with this, and this should be decent.
He's got 3-4 combos that are going to pop up on the top here. Bowser is doing a little bit of chaining. And that last little combo coming just a little too late. If he sends enough here, which he's got this nice 3-chain, I think cutting it off there is perfect. Bowser should only have tier 3, maybe? Let's see if we can get up there in time. He does, unfortunately. And tier 2, not tier 3. Apologies.
Yeah, no. Tier 2 is rage-inducing. Tier 3 is just like throw something across the room inducing, so...
And then the very rare tier 4. No one likes to talk about that.
No, we don't talk about tier 4. But no, that's a solid run from Gamer. Sub 9 is definitely good, you know? So, especially, you know, when you're playing against, you know, when basically in this group is your lower seed your one lower seed opponent, you know, pulling out a sub 9 is definitely a good run. Nothing to be super upset about, and especially after that long wait too. If you're getting frustrated with tech issues and like getting annoyed with that, and then all of a sudden you do a good run, then
yeah. Not to mention that came after his very trolly V hard as well. So it's good to see him bouncing back, and that should be a good omen for him moving forward. Iskari is going to be finishing out the last 2 stages of hard mode here. I think once we see easy or normal for her, this might be a good change of pace, because I think it's just... she also had to wait a little bit, so I don't know how frustrated she is or like not focused in on this moment. But maybe the easy and normal speeds can be a little bit different for her, and she might be able to find these beginning openers a little bit more consistently.
Yeah, I think that's just been her big struggle there, is just not being able to keep up with the speed, which is why I was a little surprised that they agreed to start on V hard. But that's the decision. So 46 second here on Kamek. We're gonna get into Bowser, and then because of the rules, in the first 4 games, each of the modes needs to be picked once. So that's how we know, if you're a little bit newer here, that's how we know we're going to easy or normal next. Because every mode needs to be picked once before you can go to game 5 and pick something different. So,
which is pretty cool. I like that rule, and we get to see a lot of diversity.
I loved when they changed it, actually, genuinely, because I had to learn the other modes, which was fun, because then free PBs, right? But then, I don't know, I just love the strategy of being able to pick the different modes and trying to think through what would be best for your opponent. I wish I stuck to it a little better, but, I love the strategy behind it and trying to think of what's going to be best. So
it feels like a fighting game or something, counterpicking characters back and forth to try to get an advantage. Even though it might not have the biggest influence, it definitely can when you're comparing 2 modes like easy and V hard, which have 2 very different approaches.
Yeah. All right.
There we go. Kari going to be finishing it off with a 12:05 there, so pretty good. Much better than the V hard time. You like to see that?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking, Nicole? Easy or normal in this case? My guess is easy, just because, I don't know, if hard or V hard didn't work for you, might as well just go for the lowest difficulty mode. But I don't know, what's your mindset during this?
I think it's just, my instinct was normal here. If you're just gonna okay, well, I did V hard, well, hard, well, normal, well, just go down.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. You knew her mindset more than I did.
I'm the one that doesn't mind jumping around to all the other modes. Corey, if you're watching, who's my next opponent, I don't mind jumping around, but I think sometimes, for other players, you just incrementally go where you go, so.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part, the trend is just go as you are, but some of these closer matches, when you get people who are winning, you see, like, the jumps, like, let's play easy first, then V hard, then normal, then hard, yada yada.
Yeah. But we will go to normal, which is cool. Normal is... I was going to say normal's a normal run, and then I remember how long I've been awake from my nap. But, I like normal. Normal's a solid... It's a little bit faster than easy, so you don't get that frustrating, slow double swap feeling you have. But I think normal is just a very fair mode. It's got a little bit more forgiving speed, and I feel like normal's just one of those modes where it's like, if you mess it up, you mess it up. And it's very much like a accountability kind of mode. So.
All right, we got Gamers Audio right now, by the way, too. That's pretty exciting.
Hey.
Let's just hope it doesn't break anything the moment we got it going.
I hope so.
Knock on wood right now.
As we were doing, Gator was saying that the audio is very important to him in playing the game, and as somebody who does not really listen to the game audio except for race night, that just was such a weird concept to me, being like, the game audio is very important. Because it's like, no. Stray Kids is more important than the game audio. Stream on there, y'all. But yeah, so So, but it is kind of interesting between players whether or not you value the game audio, because you can hear what the other opponents are doing and kind of your own sense of what is happening on your side. So,
Alrighty, both of them have readied up. We're going to be seeing this action very shortly here. Normal mode. I think Kari still has that uphill climb like we've been mentioning for most of the broadcast, but I think she's got a good shot here. A little bit slow on that mashing at the beginning, though, but that's not going to really cost you too much time.
that's... No.
Alright, Gamer dropping his first chain a little bit early here, but he's getting a lot of combo follow-ups here at the end. He's going to be like one line short here, though. Let's see what Kari's got. She hasn't done too much on her side either, so Gamer going to be coming out first with a sub 20. I mean, that was a nice bounce back after dropping that chain like very, very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he started his chain a little high up, and at some point you just kind of run out of options too. That's, I know, something that Six, when he's been doing his analysis streams, has kind of brought up. Like, if you start your chain too high, you run out of options, and then you end up short. And that's the big things with these games, is especially when you're doing these, not PvP, is you don't want to end up short. You'd rather have more than less, because you start getting into some trouble. But 23 there, that's certainly solid for normal. You want around 20 seconds, ideally under. But again, I won't be the old rambling grandma, so we'll just put my commentary of what I'm going to say in there and be okay with it.
As long as it's good enough for your current match, most of the time it is good. I don't know if it's even going to be good enough right now, though he has been going off to this early lead. But Kari has bounced back quite nicely after that first stage. But look at Gamer, another sub 20 there. I think he's still feeling pretty good after that pretty solid hard time for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And, kind of depending on your personality too. It's a lot about momentum between rounds and between stages. So the idea is you just want to keep your mental up as best you can, and just play the best you can within every round. It's a new character, it's a new round, it's a new game. So you just want to do your best. Nice 15 there. Just making really good decisions to when to cut off these chains as well for Gamer. Versus Carrie, I think her chain game just isn't on today. And I know she has it, for sure. I know she's able to find those chains and combos. It just feels like it's not quite on point today.
Yeah, especially with that last stage there. It looked like hers was a lot more combo based, so maybe that's what her backup is going into this if she can't find it. As you can see, she's trying to... Her cursor was still for like an entire 5 seconds there. I'm not sure exactly what she's going for. Maybe she's just plotting this chain out like really far in advance, which that's what it's looking like right now. She managed to get that 5 chain at the end of it, and she's going to look for a quick little follow-up here. But Gamer is kind of cruising right now, heading into stage 6.
Yeah. She took her time, but that was what she needed. So well done there by Carrie. The unfortunate clear there.
Yeah, unfortunate clear, and Gamer's first and second sends were a little bit short right now, so he's going to have to look for some kind of follow-up here, as still a little bit of that down stacking, just going to leave him one line short. He's got a lot of combo spam at the top, though. 3 more lines coming down. Blark's going to see his end very, very soon.
Recovery from a couple of short chains to start.
Kari's got a 6 combo at this
Okay.
chain. Gonna keep it going.
Okay.
This should be enough. That left pillar's very scary, though, as the purples do fall in place. So Kari just needs a little bit more. I thought he was gonna get greedy and go for the 4 combos on the purple there. But unfortunately, that's gonna result in a chain falling at the bottom there, too. Make that a 7 combo alongside it.
Looks like Gamer's got the follow-up here. And these normal opponents aren't going to downstack fast enough for that, so... It seems like, even if Gamer's not getting the beginning opening he wants, his follow-up is very, very solid. And that, can kind of sneak by, maybe some of these, higher seeds in his group, if you can because he has taken games off people. So, if you know you have the follow-up within you, then, oh, nice cutoff. I think that was on purpose. That was a
14.
really good purposeful cutoff if he noticed that left pillar was there. Very, very observant.
I'm inclined to say that probably was intentional, just given that situation. So yeah, he's had a lot of really quick stages on normal here. Looking to get a pretty solid time here with only 3 stages left to go. If he can get a low 7-minute time here, I think that's going to be a good sign coming forward, as he has that one last match to go against 6 here. And I think we're going to be seeing that next week, actually.
I believe so, yeah. I haven't looked at the schedule super close.
Well, actually, I don't know. Lunar versus 6 last week, that would make a lot of sense. So I think Gamer versus 6 next week. I don't know. We'll see. Gamer's still cruising here. 28 seconds. 2 stages away from this 3-0 victory.
Yeah. And especially in normal, a 2-stage lead like this is pretty... Oh, patent pending, trademark, something or other. But it's pretty safe in normal, especially with Gamer only having 2 stages left. We do go to Kamek in normal. We do not see the guy here. That's what my split name is for Bowser. It's just the guy in all caps, but
The guy.
so we don't see Bowser. Yeah, we don't see Bowser here, which is good. Good riddance. Pretty good. Good send there. And again, these normal opponents don't have the speed for that, so very nice 20-second stage in Cave for Gamer.
Yeah, he's on point with his chains. You mentioned it earlier, Nicole. It's been a strong point for this match for the most time. If he ends up missing that chain, that's when we've seen those longer stages, especially those minute pluses on very hard. But so far, normal has been going very, very well for him. He's just got this last stage, a bunch of combos being mixed in with that chain too. Kamek's gonna get this one clear. I don't see any chains falling though, but this is gonna be like a 7-10.
Very nice.
Let's see if I called that on the dot for the race room. 7, let's go.
Nice. Well done, Forky. Well done. Yeah. And that's a very solid normal time there for Gamer. You kind of want, ideally you want sub 7, but if you can't get sub 7, that, low 7 range is still really good. So, yeah, I mean, I think there was some degree of trolling in V-Hard, for sure, in that cave, but overall, I felt like Gamer played very well and, showed that he can at least, scare some of those higher seeds a little bit. And sometimes when you're a lower seed, even if you can't necessarily win, that's all you can ask for. If you make the higher seeds quake in their boots a little bit, all right, you want to win, but that's probably the next best great feeling. So
yeah, and this 7:10 gives him in the top 8 average times for normal too. This would have ended up beating 6's other normal time. So considering 6 is his last opponent of the tournament, if he can rattle off times like this, it definitely has the potential to beat someone like 6. I would say that was maybe a little bit of an outlier time for him. But given players that aren't Yoshi, Cards, or FFR, they're gonna have those moments where their variance is just a little bit lower. I think it was even for me, I had a 7:36 for my first hard time, and then I had something like a 9:10 or something for my second hard time, so it was a minute and a half slower. So it's quite common to have those, and if Gamer can replicate his ability and that chaining, he's just got to keep up the chaining. I think that's a really good sign for him because it's consistent kills. It's not going to give you the fastest, but consistent enough to get you some wins.
yeah, absolutely, Forky. I totally agree with that. And it's good to get your first W on the board for the tournament. Not just a game win, but a match win. Always feels really good. And kind of against an opponent like Carrie, who I don't think I don't want to like overly harp on it, but still, like, we know Carrie's going to be a force in Redemption. She's going to scare some folks down there, and you know, that's cool. That's okay. So fun. I'll be there too. No shot at Redemption. We'll have a come join me. We'll have a good time in Redemption together.
I will be there as well, so come have a party. Only the cool kids are in Redemption bracket, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Main
Who
bracket,
needs main bracket?
The lame-os there. Who wants to deal with them?
Who
Chance
wants
to win
get...
$200? Who needs that? I mean,
who needs guaranteed money in main bracket? Redemption's where it's at, man.
me and Nicole on that hard copium right now. But no, Redemption bracket will be a fun time. I'm excited for all the matches because, I mean, realistically, when you get to after pool stages anyways, you're having some of the closest seed matchups and just in general, so you're gonna just see a whole bunch of games probably go the distance, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah. 228. Oh, gosh, that's painful, especially in normal, but Carrie's got one stage left. She's just got to finish it out strong against Mr. Broomman here, and hopefully she, you know, and you know, and like I said, I've known Carrie for quite a while in the community, and just through GDQs and stuff, even before she started playing with us, we've known each other for quite a while. And I know she doesn't take this overly seriously. She just wants to have a good time. So just play some video games and chill out. So
I'm glad to have people like that in the tournament too.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
like,
not to say everyone else isn't having fun too. But,
oh no. It's hard to have fun when you don't play well. It's frustrating. But sometimes people don't. Sometimes it's just like,
In general, I think it's just nice to have a lot of the old faces like me and you, Nicole, and Kari too, is pretty much on that veteran status, I would say.
Absolutely.
And then you got a whole bunch of the new blood that's been, we've had a gang pretty much like since 2020 and 2021 that have been like coming in and improving a lot. And 4 new faces in this tournament period, it's just great to see. So Kari's going to finish that off there with the 12-10, and yeah, I mean, that's about it. I'm glad we've had a lot of people come in and have a lot of fun. And yeah, we've had some exciting matches. GG's the gamer here. He's going to be taking the series.
Yeah, and that's going to feel good for Gamer, getting a match win here. And moving on perhaps to, you know, challenge him. Like, he's definitely a threat. He's definitely a threat. When he is on his game, he is a threat. So you better watch out, Pool 3. Yeah, I see you. I see you there. Watch out. So,
speaking of Pool 3, we'll take a quick little look at it right now. As we mentioned before the broadcast, 3 players still undefeated for this, so we got a lot of fireworks here. These top 2 spots are not locked in whatsoever. Gamer still has a chance to do it. 6 cards and Lunar all in really good positions. Lunar is sitting up top with that 2-0, but guess what? His last 2 matches against cards and 6, those are going to be some tough ones for him, but I'll never count Lunar out with how well he's been performing so far in this tournament.
Yeah, Lunar's been doing great. And next, if you are on us with the Twitch stream, cards and 6 is next, so you definitely want to stick around for that, because that one's going to be spicy. 6 and I have been doing some training. We've been, you know, racing against each other, doing some mock matches to try to figure out what strategy we want to use against some of these better players. So that is going to be a good one, as well as Kanchan Kanayo, which was specifically flexed to the last match of this day. So pre-recorded, that one's going to be spicy as well. But if you are on YouTube, that is it for today's match of Gamer versus Carrie. I hope you have enjoyed, and feel free to watch the other matches as well.
Yeah, we'll have a whole little playlist on YouTube that you can check out. We've had some incredible ones so far, and It's pretty much just started still, even though we're halfway through pools. We got plenty more. So yeah, stick around. Cards vs. 6 coming next to you on Twitch. This has been BB Forky, and I like being smart, and we'll see you guys soon.